Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Carroll here, and we are going to continue our journey in learning on structures of life. And we're going to talk a little bit about seeds and how they could grow without soil. So we have an investigation to look at. How can a seed grow without soil? Let's try hydroponics, and that is growing plants in water and without soil. Hydro, the word hydro, stands for water. Let's investigate using some basic materials. You'll need bean seeds, plastic bag or a container, paper towels or coffee filter, water, and patience. It does take something a little time to grow. So as you can see, Mrs. Carroll has a collection of beans here, different types of seeds actually. And I'm going to pull some out. I'm going to pull out a lima bean, a black-eyed pea, sunflower seed, corn, and a bush bean. And you may have some other beans at your house that you could use. I'm also going to use a small container. It could be a Tupperware container that your mom might have. Paper towel. And I'm going to place the beans in here. And I'm just going to pour a tiny bit of water in them just to make it so that it's a little wet. Okay, I fill it up. So they almost are covered. Maybe add a little bit more. Then I'm going to take the cover and drain the rest of the water out. But that way the paper towel still stays moist. And I leave them covered with just a tiny bit of air coming out. You can also put a tiny bit of bleach in the water if you want. You want to do that with a parent. You do not want to do that by yourself. The other thing you could do is take a paper towel and take one of your beans and you stick it in the paper towel. And then you take the water again and you get the paper towel just a little wet. And then place the paper towel inside the plastic bag. And again, you leave it in the plastic and you close it up just enough so that there's still some air getting in. You also can use coffee filters. They also work just as well. Then what you want to do is make sure that you put both of these close to sun, maybe on a windowsill or on a table by the sun where a window is, or by the window where the sun is coming through. You can try a couple different ways. You can use more than these types of beans if you want to try something different. Then you need to sit and watch and wait to see what happens. Now that you've made your own mini sprouter, you need to observe the changes in your bean each day. You also need to make sure that the container or the plastic bag, the bean inside the plastic bag, stays moist and wet. So you can add water to it each day. Just don't forget to drain the water out. Record your changes each day by drawing a picture or writing a description of what you see. That's what a scientist would do, just to make sure that they're observing all of the changes and to think about what might happen next. While you're doing that, some questions to think about. Did your mini sprouter work? Did your bean actually sprout? How many days did it take for your bean to sprout? It may take close to a week, if not longer. Be patient. And if your bean didn't sprout, what do you think happened? Why didn't it work? Remember, if your bean does sprout, you can continue to grow it in the water. You could actually place it in a cup and let it grow through there. Just make sure to add some nutrients to it. And that would be some type of plant food that you may have to ask your parents for. But what's really awesome is to see if you can just grow these beans by adding a little water in a container and using a paper towel or coffee filter to start your own seedlings. Good luck, and remember, the more you know, the more you grow. Great job.